Hello friends, welcome to a new session on web application development using Flask. In last session we have seen in detail about the routes, how to add the routes to the Flask application here, and now in today's session we are going to make use of this data with the help of variables. So we will assign the values as per our ideas, and based on that we just can make the changes in the URL that we are going to see in this particular session. So let's see variable types. It is possible to build the URL dynamically by some variables value. As per the value that you specify, based on that the URL should be created. It should not be static, it should be dynamic. So by adding the variable parts to the rule parameter, this variable part we consider as the variable name that we put into the angle brackets. Okay, so this is passed as a keyword argument to the function with which the rule is associated. In this example, what we have seen previously, the rule parameter or the route decorator contain the name of variable part attached to the URL hello, just like example mentioned over here. If your URL is like this hello, and after that I have to mention some name, this name I can pass using the function as the variable there, and based on that we'll create your function. So such n number of functions we can add, and we can create this particular concept by adding the values taken from the user there. Okay, so let's see how to create that. I'll just open my editor. Let's create a new file. Okay, let's save this file as like variables.py. Okay, fine. And now let's create the application. So from Flask, import Flask. Okay, create the object of it. For the name, okay, so if name is equal to, so we'll just add the main, it will be added automatically here in it. Okay, so when the name is main, so app dot run. Okay, execute it. Now let's add the decorator pp dot route. Okay, so here I can pass the variable name. How to? For example, I just provide hello slash, and here you have to pass the variable by using the angle brackets. So angle brackets, just consider a data variable present there. Okay, so data is a variable which I am passing as parameter to the function. Okay, and that value I can use in the code. Accordingly, that my value will change. So let's see hello world. Okay, and here I will pass this parameter. Which one? The parameter which I passed over here, like data. Correct. And now return. What to return? I'll say hello to the name hello %s, and what's the name there? %data. Okay, yeah, that's it. Simple. So the function that I have written here is the parameterized function, and the parameter which I am passing over here, okay, so the parameter which I am passing here will be called by the respective URL, and I'll return hello %s, okay, and %data. Here I don't require a comma. Okay, like this. Check it out. Hello % instead of %s, this data will be printed, and that URL when you are calling with the same name hello will be written there. Okay, do you want to check it? So the code is completed. Let's run this code. Started. Debugging mode is off actually, so I need to make it on, then only it is possible to run the code correctly. Okay, let's open that, follow the link, and we'll check the output. Yeah. Okay, so not found, nothing is present there. Hello, enter. Also not present, because after hello we have passed the variable there, just like I have given Tushar. Now see, this name Tushar will go into variable data, and that data I am printing over here. See this. If I change the name, see Rajesh, see hello Rajesh. So new URL is got, and new output I am getting. So based on that given URL, if you want to create your own different pages, so this method of variables is required. Okay, in this way. So when you execute the code, I just can pass the values by using the URL, and these values can be taken inside the code and we can make use of it, any kind of value. Not only that, I will just pass a number, so that number will also be taken, and we will be creating a separate page dynamically for the respective data which I passed through the URL here. So in this way it can perform the operation to pass the data. Check out the code again, how it is actually created. I'll just terminate it, debugging is terminated, and check it out in this way. So this variable I am passing, variable will be taken here, and that I can use inside the code. So this is just a shown that how to use that data and how to reflect that data onto the web page there. Okay, like that. Now, in addition to the default string variable part, rules can be constructed using the converters. Like I can pass the value int, float and path. Means it is not required that always you pass the string. I can pass the value in the form of integer also, or in the form of floating point also. Like means it is compulsory, it will become compulsory that this value should be in the form of the integer there. Let's see how to do this one. So what I'll do, I'll just make a small change over here. So let's see, I'll not use this particular function. So use some different function like show post, okay, and that post will contain year passed to it. So here I'll have the post, any name you can assign, it's not required that, and the year I'm passing, it should be in integer format, like that. Year should be integer format. What I'll return? I'll return year is %d, okay, %d stand for decimal integer, %year, okay. That year will be printed in front of the year is, okay. So this is how we can pass the data type of it, and whatever parameter we pass year, it should be of integer type, and then it will take this year, like post/year, that this kind of number will take. Or if you want to add the float, just like float, I will add there route. We'll make use of the version, for example, version slash, let's take the version slash, and in the angle bracket let's write the float ver, okay, finish it, and define, okay, let's make a version function, any name can be assigned. This version I will take here, and return the version is, okay, %f for float, %ver, okay, taken. Okay, let's make debugging true, fine. Okay, that's done. You can check it out. The route for this particular function is post and integer number year, that will be taken, you will print it on the screen. For this it is version float ver is taken here, and I am printing it, the version is on the screen like this. Okay, so let's run this code again. Okay, running. Now let's follow the link. Yeah, I got that. Now the first URL that we pass is post slash the year 2020. Now see, year is 2020. If you change this number, we'll take the data accordingly, 2035. See, in this way. Or I just want to go with some other number, 1999. See, in this way it will take this number, and if I put the value like error, because this is not the integer value. In previous case it was not like that. Now it is stick to the data type of it. The data type is not matching, that's why it is showing not found. See, in this way. The second is the version. So version is also active there. So n number of such URLs can be active in the page. So version slash 6.8. Now see, the version is 6.8000 written over there. I can stick to this particular number to particular decimal points also. See, version 6.12, I can have 23.7. see this. Or if I put only 23, then also it will show the error, because the number is integer, not the float. Remember that. So just check it out, 89. Okay, like that. Version and the floating point number will be taken and showing that particular version is. Okay, check this. In this way it will performing the operations. Now I just want only 2 digits after that, so like 0.2f, okay, and version, just save it. Okay, rerun the code. Sorry, 3.25. Let's have to delete this to stop the debugging. Stop it. Yeah, and run it again. Fine. Execute it. Now see, 12.45. 0.2 means 0 before dot means nothing is actually taken as it is, and how many point after the dot you require, so that's mentioned over here. Origin is 45. If you write something like, then also it will take only first 2 digits, and it's rounded. Fine, in this way. So this is the way that we can stick to a specific type of the data, specific kind of the data present there by using the angle brackets. So angle brackets are used in this particular way by which you can add the custom URLs, and these custom URLs we can use for any number of operations there. Okay, check it out. In this way you can do it. Examples are shown. That's how it's working physically. Okay, so there is a workzooks routing module. I just have told about the workzook. The URL rules of Flask are based on the workzooks routing module. This ensures that the URLs formed are unique and based on the precedents laid down by the Apache web server there. Okay, just check the example. I just have shown the example here. Let's see this example. We'll create that by using the workzooks module. Just create a new file of Python, and let's see how these URLs are actually bounded. So let's see. Create the object. Okay. Okay. app.run. Now let's see how URLs are actually bounded to the respective function that I will show. Let's route it. In first case, I'll just route by using the hello. Okay, simple hello is written there, and let's define the function called as hello, which will return the hello world. Okay, it's like hello or hello Python. Let's say hello Python. Okay, which is returning that, and one more function will take that will return the name Flask, for example. Okay, which will return hello Flask. Okay, hello Flask. Simply one small change I have done over there. What that? See here, I have not given the slash. Okay, I have not mentioned the slash. Sorry, this is you have to change. Okay, make the function as Flask. Any function you can assign there. Okay, hello. Here slash is not given. Here I have given the slash. So just check out the difference. If slash is given, then what's the meaning of it? If slash is not given, then what's the meaning of it? So these rules we need to remember when you go on advanced level of Flask web application design. So this will create a problem most of the time. So let's run the code. Server is already running. I'll just close it. Okay, yeah, stopped. Now run it again. Executing. Now run this. Okay, so first URL which I passed, it was hello. Now see, hello Python is called perfectly here. Hello slash hello hello Python. But if I write after slash, so it's not showing, it's not found, because I have mentioned only hello and after that slash is not given. It means that nothing is available after that. It's a final URL, that's why it will show it is not found. But if you take for the Flask, the second function I have created, so such any number of parameters and functions are possible. Flask, hello Flask is running. Yeah, correct. Slash I have not given, then also it's running. The slash is automatically coming now. If I delete that, then also same is running. If I given this Flask, then also it is running. It means that if you want to use the routes for both the cases, so given a slash. So if you are given the slash or not slash, when you are running the code, then also will get the same output on this. Your program will definitely run like that. So this kind of precedents which are created by the Apache web server are applicable here in it. Okay, so both rules appear similar, but in the second rule, that is I have given the slash over here used, it is beneficial to apply in both the cases. It's applied only, stick to this particular URL only. So these are the workzooks rules for the variables, for the routes which you specify to access the URLs using Flask. So you can check the output and try to understand the concept of workzooks rules and the variables in the path and the routes of the Flask application design. Thank you. Thanks a lot.